This week on Wildcat News, we discover the importance of early education in personal finance.
The impact of destructive driving is observed.
And a gymnast is recognized.
All these stories and more coming up because Wildcat News starts now.
Good morning, West Johnston. I'm Ariel Andrews.
And I'm Marissa Prendergast. Ariel, you're graduating this year. Are you prepared to manage your finances?
Well, I'm a little worried. I took personal finance as a freshman, but I wish I would have taken it a little later on in high school.
Greyson Betz looks into the subject.
There is a debate if personal finance should be mandated in high schools. Career and technical education teacher Karen Lambert listed benefits of taking the class.
Personal finance to me means that you have a good understanding of money and how it works. And this is important so that you can make some positive decisions when it comes to money, so that you'll be able to meet your financial goals and just live a life that's free of stress and anxiety when it comes to money.
Senior Sam Schoen shares what he thought going into the class.
I went in there, didn't really know what I was going to get out of it. Go in there, take it, actually listen to what the teacher's trying to tell you, because it's good stuff that you're going to want to use later in life.
Lambert expresses why taking care of wealth is so important.
The way we manage money impacts every aspect of your life, but we're not born knowing how to do that. So the earlier you can learn that, the better off you will be, and it'll actually help you to get started off ahead instead of getting started off behind.
Lambert states what teaching the class entails.
I feel good about teaching personal finance because I know that I'm teaching students some positive information that they will be able to use, and it's going to have a direct positive impact on their life.
Schoen describes how taking the class will make it easier on the parents.
The parents from all around, they're going to be happy about that, because then they're not complaining in the future, like, how do I write a bill, or how do I write a check, how do I keep track of funds, or how do I keep track of those bank statements.
I'm Greyson Betz, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Greyson.
Marissa, did you see the Grim Reaper on Grim Reaper Day?
No, I wasn't here that day. What happened?
Well, Hannah Creech can catch you up.
On October 7th, JoCo teen drivers held their annual Grim Reaper Day. Throughout the day, Senior Blair Wright shadowed the Grim Reaper and painted people's faces.
Every 56 minutes there is an announcement on the intercom, and it plays a car crash noise or something else. And the Grim Reaper will go to the class and pick out a student, and they're dead for the rest of the day and they can't talk, and they show what it's like to lose somebody that quickly.
Along with painting people's faces, cards were given to the students to wear explaining how they died.
It shows that they can die from the simplest things, like listening to music or texting or not wearing their seatbelt. It's the little things that matter. But when people see that they die from that, they're like, oh, I do that, and I should probably stop doing it.
Sophomore Alexis Jones was affected by the day because she was unable to speak to one of her best friends.
I talk to Chloe every day. I have 2 classes with her, and she's one of my best friends, and so it was uncomfortable not being able to talk to her. Honestly, I hadn't thought about what it would be like if one of my best friends that I talk to all the time wasn't here, but not being able to talk to her today and having something that I needed to tell her, a question I needed to ask her, it was just really different.
Wright and Jones believe this day was important to the safety of students behind the wheel.
This is one of the more serious events that we do, and sometimes it's the serious things that get the attention of people, and as long as we save one life, then we've done our job.
A lot of times when teenagers get in a car, we have our phones with us or with our friends listening to music and not really thinking about how serious it is and how easy it is for something to happen. So it's a good day to raise awareness for that and give an example to teenagers what it would be like.
Jones and Wright expressed the risks of reckless driving.
It's really not worth it, and you have to think about how it affects you and your family and all your other friends.
There's so many people that would be affected by a car crash that it's just hard to imagine.
I'm Hannah Creech, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Hannah.
Now let's head over to Chase Faircloth with the rundown.
I'm Chase Faircloth, and welcome to the rundown. Here's the last week's scores. Wednesday, women's cross country won conference championships and men's cross country placed second. Thursday, varsity soccer lost 4-2 and JV won 6-1 against Eastway. JV football lost 20-7 against Clayton. Varsity football won 48-0 against Clayton on Friday. Here are some of the highlights.
Last Monday, varsity soccer played the Knightdale Knights for senior night. After the half, the Wildcats were trailing 2-0. Luis Molina scores from an assist by Austin Stevens to get the Wildcats back in the game. Carlos Molina scores from an assist by Jacob Edwards to tie the game at 2-2. With less than 5 minutes left in regulation, Gavin Brundage scores the game-winning goal, ending the game at 3-2.
Some students don't know that there is a gymnastics team, yet alone one of the gymnasts won the state championship. Landry Connors reports.
Sophomore Abigail Harrison has been doing gymnastics since she was a year old. It all started in a Mommy and Me class.
My parents would walk me around and help me do gymnastics, and I have lots of memories of all the classes and the teachers, and I loved it.
Harrison says the sport can be very time-consuming and dangerous.
I practice every day from 3:30 to 8 and have no time for homework, so I'm definitely up late and trying to fit everything else in. With gymnastics, it's kind of an everyday thing, so when we get hurt, it's not that big of a deal because we're expected to keep going. So I've injured pretty much everything, I guess you could say, multiple broken bones, fingers, toes, ankles, just everything.
There was a time when she felt like giving up.
It's hard to fit in everything into your life, like your family and your friends and school. So when I finally decided to keep doing it, I was very happy because that's getting over problems, and I just think it's good that I'm going after my dreams.
Harrison's most memorable experience was winning the state championship.
I worked really hard for that, and it's really good to know that everything that I've done has paid off.
Her goal is doing gymnastics in college and ultimately the Olympics.
I think could definitely happen, and definitely my coaches and my teammates that I have, they definitely make it easier, and we're just like a big family, so it's really easy to go back every day and dedicate so much of my life to it because the people that I'm around definitely make me a better person.
I'm Landry Connors, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Landry. Tonight soccer is home, Thursday JV football is away, Friday football is home for homecoming. Come out and support all your fall athletes. I'm Chase Faircloth, and that's your week's rundown.
Thanks, Chase. Well, that's all for us this week. If you have any comments, questions, or story leads, email us at wjstudentmedia@gmail.com or send us a tweet at wjstudentmedia.
And if you want to watch Wildcat News at home, on the go, or catch up on past episodes, go to wjstudentmedia.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Ariel Andrews.
And I'm Marissa Prendergast. Thanks for watching and have a great week.